All right. Hi, everyone. We are from Group 3. The event that we have chosen is FIFA World Cup 2014. It was organized 7 years ago, and maybe you have forget the details. So let me walk you through the overview of the event. First of all, what is FIFA World Cup? FIFA World Cup is the international football competition organized by FIFA organization. In 2014, the country that has been chosen to run the 20th FIFA World Cup was Brazil. This was the second time Brazil hosting FIFA World Cup. A total of 64 football matches were played in 12 stadiums located in major cities of Brazil such as Sao Paulo and Brasilia. 7 of the stadiums were new and 5 were renovated. There are 32 national football teams such as Spain, Argentina, and Germany competing each other, and finally, Germany has become the champion for FIFA World Cup 2014. This event took place from 12 June to 13 July of 2014, and Brazil welcomed 1 million visitors from 202 countries for the FIFA World Cup. When hosting this mega event, surely there'll be a lot of impacts, both positive and negative. Therefore, we have done our secondary research from different reliable sources, such as FIFA official reports, journal, and website. So let us discover what are the political impacts.
Okay, thank you, Yuan Hong. And hi, everyone. My name is Jing Han. First of all, it's great to be here for presenting about the political impact of FIFA World Cup 2014. For my part, I will present about the political impact, and I will discuss it around a question, which is, does the success or failure of the World Cup have a political impact on Brazil election? First, I will talk about the perception of Brazilian citizens about their President Dilma Rousseff before the FIFA World Cup. As the Brazil economic growth has slowed and people are concerned about higher inflation and lower employment have been stopped, the President Dilma Rousseff have been losing the popularity in 2014. Her support has fallen from 37 to 34% compared to the previous month. And so, let's come back to the question, which is, does the success or failure of the World Cup have a political impact on Brazil elections? And economists from Brazil said that the longer Brazil stays in the tournament, the better is it for itself. It is because if Brazil wins the tournament, it will help to lift up the sentiment temporarily. But the challenge for re-election is increasing, especially when the country economy is slowing and the popular demand for change in policy making is rising. And but in general, the victory of the tournament does have an impact on the elections. A paper of PNAS has clearly evidence that a victory 10 days before an elections gives the incumbent government an additional 1 to 2% point of extra votes in the president elections. But on the other hand, the paper also found that in instance that when the game took place more than 14 days before the elections, they have no significant impact on the election result. So, for my part, our conclusion is the political impact of Brazil, if the victory of the tournaments, it does have an positive impact for elections. And that's all for my part. Thank you for listening, and I'll pass the floor to the next presenter.
Thank you, Jinghan. Hi, everyone. I'm Xingyuan, and I'm going to talk about the positive and negative social impacts. There are two positive impacts, which are good chance to learn English and increase knowledge. For negative impacts, which is demonstration. The first positive impact, which is FIFA World Cup, will be a good chance to learn English. Before FIFA World Cup, only 5% of Brazilians able to speak English. So, why FIFA World Cup will be a good chance for their citizens to learn English? This is because the Ministry of Tourism and the Ministry of Education joined creator Pronatec Turismo to push for the language improvement for their citizens. Pronatec Turismo will offer language classes to more than 150,000 tourism workers in advance of the 2014 FIFA World Cup. Those who registered can learn 160 hours of English or Spanish classes for free. That's the reason for Brazilians to learn English because of FIFA World Cup 2014. Besides this, Mary, which is a resident of Alto de Ondina, said that both of her daughters that are learning English have the opportunity to learn speaking, and their daughter can broaden their horizons through the cultural exchange. And this will bring us to our second positive impact, which is improved cultural knowledge. Brazil Ministry of Culture held an event for tourism to have a stronger sense, awareness, and understanding of Brazilian culture through take part in unique and experiential learning activities. So beside the event that held by Brazilian government, citizens can exchange their culture through chatting with foreigners that come to Brazil because of FIFA World Cup. The negative impacts that I want to talk about is demonstration due to the FIFA World Cup. There is a social cleansing, which is tens of thousands of Rio Slum residents are driven out to the city. This means that at least 19,000 of families have been moved away just to make way for roads, renovated stadium, an athlete village, and ambitious redevelopment of the port area and other projects that have been launched or accelerated. That's all from me. Thank you, and I'll pass the floor to Wei Hong.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Hi everyone, my name is Wei Hong. I'm explaining about the economic impacts of FIFA World Cup 2014. So there are both impacts, positive and negative. You can see that the positive impact is more than the negative impacts. So the first is increased job opportunity and boost local business. The negative impact is tax exemptions. So next. So to the Institute of Economic Research Foundations, 110,000 are temporary jobs, and all are in the official labor market. So according to the president of Embraer, so the permanent job and temporary jobs are sales coordinator, event manager, and architect. And at the same time, tourism jobs were created. For operators, there are 340,000 daily bookings has been recorded, and another 100,000 more than they are expected. Video for a while. Now okay.
Can continue.
So the next slide is negative impacts. So the tax exemption. So what is tax exemptions? The FIFA World Cup 2014 ticket price is not including the previous slide, please. Present again. So according to the Institute of Economic Research Foundations, 700. Wait. Hi, my name is Wei Hong. Now I explain about according to the Institute of Economic Research Foundations, 710,000 are permanent job and 210,000 are temporary job, and all are in the official labor market. So the example of permanent and temporary job are sales coordinator, event manager, and some workers. So at the same time, a total of 50,000 tourism jobs were created at the same time. So the FIFA World Cup 2014 the create job opportunities for local people and also boost the local business. So according to the Brazilian Forum of Hotel Operators, there are 340,000 daily bookings increase since 11 June. What happened again? The
没有，你
meaning.
继续继续。
So so next, there are tax exemptions. So what is tax exemptions? Tax exemption is the FIFA World Cup 2014 ticket price is not including the government tax. So the government may lose up to 312 million in foregone revenue. Since the government has been built the buildings and facilities for the FIFA World Cup 2014, so they don't have enough money to support the expenditure. So they will increase tax for the of the local people. So the local people need to pay more tax to the government. So this will increase the inequality of the country. So this is my part of presentation. I will pass to.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. First and foremost, it's great to be here for sharing. Before we begin, my name is Zhen, and the topic that I'm going to talk about is a positive and negative impact that brought by the World Cup 2014 Brazil. As you can see on the slide, the positive impact is the Green Goal program, and the negative impact is the environment pollutions. I will further explain about this after this. All right. I'm going to talk about the Green Goal program, which is the positive environment impact. Back in World Cup 2006 in Germany, FIFA has started monitoring about the environment impact. Therefore, in order to offset the carbon emissions resulted from the World Cup event, they have proposed the Green Goal program. Right. Moreover, FIFA has released an impact report that will estimate the impact for all events and activities under their control related to the World Cup event. By estimations, 2.9 million tons of greenhouse gas emissions will be predicted to generate from the World Cup event. Therefore, a total of 83.7% are from the transportations, which contain of 50.6% are from the international transportation, such as traveling with flight, 39.5% from intercity transportations as bus or train that connects cities with other cities, and only 3.6% are from the intra-city transportations, which means like bus or train like within a city. Other than transportations, there are 17.3% are from accommodations, venue, merchandise, productions, and logistics. So, how is the Green Grow program was executed? FIFA has hired more than 700 cleaning workers, and they all did a great job, which recycled 22 tons of wastes. Up to 90% of it is commit for sustainable sports, such as they clean their waste, although they are very upset with the loss of their teams. The Japan teams lost the game at World Cup Brazil, but their fans still managed to commit for sustainable sports. They clean their waste, although they are very upset with the loss of their teams. And the green passport has also launched as applications for all the tourists to learn for sustainability choices during traveling or visiting the Brazil for World Cup. All right. Next, I will talk about the negative impact, which is the environment pollutions that brought by the World Cup event. When the World Cup event running, there will be a bunch of people watching from the stadium, having parties at friends or relatives' houses, having drinks in a bar or somewhere else. Of course, there will be traffic jam on the way back home after the event ended. This caused a lot of problem, which is residue all over the places. And people would be imitating one another, leaving rubbish when seeing other people doing the same thing. And the traffic jam will cause the clogging of atmosphere from the vehicle emission. Right. Last but not least, although the World Cup event has brought problems to the environment pollutions, conversely, FIFA has started Green Goal program, which can be solving this problem nicely. And this is my part of presentation, and I'll pass the floor to back to Yuan Hong. All right, thank you.
All right, after discovering all different types of impacts, now let's see what are some of the suggestions that we have for the event organizer. First of all, even though the FIFA World Cup can boost the local business, but it doesn't mean that the business can take the chance to exploit the tourists. According to Azoni, the price of hotel in Brazil during the FIFA World Cup has increased at the range of 200% to 583%. Although it is normal to increase the price during special mega event, but this range of increase is too high. The average cost for a room is $461 during the FIFA World Cup season. It is about 2,000 ringgit Malaysia. The price is double compared to the previous World Cup in 2010. Even worse, the Brazil domestic flight ticket has increased 1,000%. The local business in Brazil taking the opportunity to exploit the tourists would affect the country image, as it would stop the people from visiting the country again. So, what the Brazil should do as the event organizer is implement a price cap for the product and services. It should limit the rate of price increases to ensure the tourist is enjoying the journey in Brazil. This would ensure the long-term profit of Brazil as the tourists are willing to visit the Brazil again. The second suggestion that we have for the event organizer is minimize the disruptions of pollution by replacing natural gas with hydrogen. They can learn the Tokyo Olympic 2020 who is using full-scale hydrogen-powered infrastructures. For example, they are using hydrogen in the Olympic flames, the cars, and the shuttle that athletes use between the venues. So you might be wondering what's the difference between hydrogen and natural gas. The main difference is hydrogen only emits water when burned, while compared to natural gas will emit carbon dioxide, which is polluting the earth. By using hydrogen-based infrastructure for the next FIFA World Cup, it can greatly reduce the pollution to our environment. The biggest challenge to use hydrogen is actually the price. The price of hydrogen is 3 times more expensive than the natural gas. However, to ensure the sustainability of the event and provide a positive global impact, it is still encouraged to use hydrogen-based infrastructure for the next FIFA World Cup. In conclusion, although FIFA World Cup only happens once every 4 years, but it still brings a lot of impacts towards the country and the society. It is surely to have both positive and negative impacts. What an event organizer should do is to find the balance between them by leveraging the benefits and minimize the disruption. That's all for our presentation, and let us be excited for the next FIFA World Cup. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So what is the event legacy for the FIFA World Cup?
Miss, what is the meaning of legacy?
What is the benefit, the impact, left by the FIFA World Cup to the country?
Okay. So we all know that Brazil is the country of football. They got the most Olympic champion, not Olympic, FIFA World Cup champion. So when they are hosting the FIFA World Cup again in their own country, there are more people who would like to join as the FIFA World Cup athlete. There are more people starting to try the football, this sport, and a lot of impacts from around the world that the country had go into the FIFA World Cup competition. More of the citizens willing to try out football. Yeah, so throughout FIFA World Cup, there'll be more and more people willing to try this sport, which is can become their job and even become their hobby. So this is like more on the social impacts.
Okay, how about the evaluative method used for the research and observation done?
Yeah, all of the evaluative method that we have used is through the official reports from the FIFA official websites and all those kinds of news that are broadcasting the FIFA World Cup.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Oh, Kai He have one question. Tokyo Olympics. All right, great questions, Kai He. So when there is no audience for the next event, there will be people argue that, oh, when there is no audience, there will be no negative impacts. There will be no environment pollutions. There will be no traffic congestions. There will be no money spent on to build an extra stadiums. Yes, that might be true. But at the same time, don't forget that the positive impact will be diminished also. Like when there is no audience visiting the country, who is going to boost the local business? Who is going to stay in the hotel? Who is going to support the tourism industry, the F&B industry, the transportation industry? So what we need to do is to find the right balance between the positive impact and negative impact. It is not just about there is a negative impact, then we ban people from coming again. It is just about finding the right balance between both of the impact. Thank you.